Hey everyone, we're sieged up and ready to go for a commentary here on Desert Oasis.
The match being between Lattyho spawning as the red Protoss and Wilcomania spawning as the blue Terran. I'm Rycon, I will be one of your hosts this evening.
And his co-host would be me. Me being... HotDog, of course.
Oh,
I thought everyone knew my... Oh, this is our first cast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so guys, I'm HotDog and I will be the co-host alongside Rycon. So yeah, it looks like pretty much the standard sort of opening. Get your economy up and build the supply depots / pylons, and nothing too spectacular. Yep, that's exactly what's happening at the ramps.
So a little bit about us then, HotDog.
Yeah, since you guys haven't heard much about us, or if you have, we'd like to know which stalking site to go to. We'll just give you a quick brief about who we are, what our plans are, and what our favourite beach is to walk along at night. We'll start with that. Rycon, your favourite beach at night?
Ooh, it's a toughie, but I'd have to say Long Bay.
Long Bay, excellent. Long Bay, for all of you people that are from different countries or ignorant Australians, is here in New Zealand in Auckland. I love you guys, the Australians. You guys are beautiful. Unless you're ignorant, in which case we don't like you as much.
We love everyone.
We love everyone, it's true. Okay, so we're from New Zealand, obviously, if you haven't worked that out from our chipmunk voices. And we are just recently getting into the live commentary for replays. Well, I guess it's not so much live, but we do live commentary. And we've decided to start a YouTube channel, which you guys can find. Obviously you have found because you're watching this video. And we've got a little scout going from Wilcomania. He's actually got quite a few waypoints here. And going to the expo. Let me just pull up the production tab so you guys don't get bored. We've also got the gateway and the barracks down, and a second barracks going down for Wilcomania, so some early push, you reckon?
Lattyho, however, hasn't seen anything inside Wilcomania's base yet.
No, that probe seems to be, what, scouting for cheese or something?
Potentially, yes. He's scouted everywhere but inside Wilcomania's base.
It's a bit weird, but he's still chrono boosting out those probes, getting that economy up. Looks like he might have a look in now. Is he going to... Yes,
he's attempting.
Oh, that is not a proper wall in, so he has managed to get all the way in, but... Is he going to... Yep,
he's just surviving there with 4 hit points, holding in there. Marine hot on his tail.
And there he goes down.
The Marine ends the poor probe's life.
But he pretty much has seen everything that's important here. He's seen the 2 barracks. He hasn't seen this gas going down. Whereas this SCB has seen everything. He hasn't seen the cybercore going down.
No, he's just missed that, but he's going to see that he is chrono boosting out Zealots. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so our goal is to cover lower tier players and higher tier, it doesn't really matter, but a lot of the higher tier players get a lot of coverage already, and there's some great plays from lower tier players that you just never see.
Exactly, and there's a lot of exciting games out there and a lot of exciting material that goes unwatched.
Exactly. And the other thing that we're quite passionate about is focusing on tournaments around Australia and New Zealand, as well as hosting tournaments here in New Zealand, and in the future travelling to Australia to host some tournaments there. As well as we've already got some interested sponsorship. So that should be quite exciting.
Wilcomania keeping quite high on his SCV count.
Yeah, they seem to both be. What's our income looking at? We're looking at, wow, 700 for Lattyho. And
Wilcomania trailing behind, catching up now.
Yeah, that meal that's just pumped it from about 480 to now it's peaking at the 700
or 720. Yeah,
it's quite. Those meals are definitely worth the investment. It's incredible.
Without a doubt. Each meal itself will bring in about 300 minimals in its lifetime.
Exactly. We've got 5 Marines on the board. We've got a Stargate going down at Lattyho's base, which is great play because this rush distance here, as the Void Ray flies, is actually quite short, and you can just head straight in here. charge up, and you're away to go. But what will work quite in favour is the number of Marines that are already out on the table here, especially with this reactor.
If Lattyho can have the luxury of charging up on, say, that reactor before he goes after the mineral line as well, he can take those SCVs out in a split second.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, a second Stargate going down, so definitely heavy on you, and almost definitely sure now that there's going to be Void Rays coming out.
A strategy that I've seen recently from a lot of different Protoss players is actually charging up off your own units. So I've seen a Protoss unit player bring along a few probes or a Zealot and charge his Void Ray off that before going in and attacking the base.
Very nice.
Just enough to take the shields down so that shields can recharge. And that gives him his fully charged prismatic core.
Nothing much else going on, just units being pumped out, both players macroing up. This Void Ray is definitely coming out now, almost 3/4 complete now, and is he going to queue another Void Ray up once it gets the gas? Yep, there you go, second Void Ray coming out. Bam. And Chrono Boost.
It's going to be interesting to see how Wilcomania handles this with his small number of Marines.
Quite a good number of Zealots here from Lattyho as well. Like that against what Marines we have, will carve up. And there's no upgrades for the Marines or Marauders, although we have got the shields coming.
First Void Ray out for Lattyho as well, just sitting by the base. It looks like he's waiting for a few more to get numbers before he tries any assault.
Yep, and he will have the second one out now. Yep, there you go. And he's got a third one in the queue, which is about halfway down. Chrono boosting that out.
Lattyho, with his probes sitting outside of Wilcomania's base as well, is just making sure that he doesn't move out for an expansion.
I think if you look at him, he seems to be holding some minerals. This might be a distraction, saying, look, let's have a peace offering.
Yes.
And no, it does not seem to have worked. These Marauders have said, we don't like your peace offering. It's not enough. And he's sending out this mass Marauder Marine units.
That probe, however, worked as a perfect early warning system for Lattyho now, so he knows that he has a big Marine Marauder ball heading towards his base. So he's going to want to protect this natural he's just chucked down.
It does not... Oh, yep, no, he is mobilizing.
Mm-hmm.
Those he really should be... Yep, there they go.
Yep.
Void Rays are... Oh, he's a bit confused.
Oh, I see. No.
He is going after the base.
Yes, he's just going a roundabout way of getting
there. He had a bit of a dance, but
yes.
These Zealots seem to be queued straight up to go to the base.
No.
Running right past, they are going to get cut off.
This gives Wilcomania a chance to attack from behind. And those Marauders with the concussive shells slowing down those Zealots, making them easy to pick off.
Really bad control, especially splitting the units like this. They are all going good night nurse.
A few Marines falling there, but those Zealots are just they're done.
If we look at the units lost here, I mean...
Those Void Rays, however, have finally made it down to Wilcomania's base. We don't know why they were taking so long to get down there. They would have been a perfect distraction.
And there you go, charging up on the headquarters. But if he doesn't start pumping units up at his own base, this is going to be
He's got his fully charged core, but it
GG.
looks like he's still going for that orbital command. He's taking that down before he goes for the rest of his SCVs. Those SCVs, however, trying to heal, and they're just keeping the orbital command alive enough, and it's gone.
Not enough. But here, back at Lattyho's base now, the bio ball has arrived, and they are going to have no problems tearing this base apart. Just heavy Zealots are not going to have enough, and there's no more Void Rays on the way, so...
However, Lattyho still has another Nexus up, and Wilcomania's base is getting taken up with these Void Rays. It may turn out to be a rush to see who can destroy whose buildings first.
This looks like a classic base rush. Who can win first? And Lattyho does have that advantage purely because of the one probe and Nexus over here. Although, no, we have Wilco has just put a high yield expansion, so... I think Wilco is going to get this, purely because of those numbers.
Lattyho, however, should really be running that probe off somewhere else. He's got 800 minerals sitting there. If he just ran off and built a few Nexi off and about, he'd have a damn good chance at taking down the rest of these buildings.
Get rid of all of these probes, get them to the next main base. He is, however, getting up 2 gateways and 3 pylons, so that is a good push.
This is going to be close.
This is going to be very close. If he can